Yeah, if anyone knows Adam Westwick, you can say no to him. He's incredible at what he does. I couldn't say no to him. So I just said, hey.
Can everyone make sure they're mute, please? We have lots and lots and lots of background noise. I know we all just got cut off and jumped back on again. But if we could make sure we're muted, that would be really awesome. We have like Apple, Jenna, Michelle, Xperia. You guys all need to mute, pretty please.
Mute. Where's mute? Okay.
Bottom left corner, can you find it? Great. Great. That's so much better. I still have quite a few people, but awesome. Let's go ahead. So Adam Westwick really was someone that, it was him, you saw it and you trusted him, right?
Yeah, so I was on a call with Adam, and he said to me, "What are you doing this weekend?" And I said, "Why?" And he said, "Why don't you come to conference on the and I said, "Where is it?" And he said, "Melbourne." And I just freaked out because I was like, "Yeah, that's going to happen. I've got $30 in the bank account." And he said, "Well, that's the reason why you need to come. Like, that's why you need to come, is because you can't afford to come and you've got $30 in your bank account. Like, if not this, then what? Like, you need to take a risk, basically. It's not a risk, but an investment into your own future." So I walked away and was freaking out because I knew that I really wanted to do this, but had no money, and spoke to my girlfriend, and she actually offered to do it. Like, she's the one that offered if I'll lend you money. So I said, "Hey," and I went down flew down to conference and saw what was possible and came back and said, so I think I joined up on around the 20th of June, and I think by the 30th of June I was SDD. Yeah.
Awesome. Sorry, I just want to repeat that to everybody. So you're saying conference was what, middle of June?
Conference was the beginning of June, I think it was. Yeah.
And you were SDD, which is VF in America, SDVF in Australia, by the 30th of June.
Yeah.
So that's just amazing. And I just think this is just also, we're coming up to conference season in Europe and also America. So kind of, what is your belief about conference? Obviously you must look at conference like a complete non-negotiable because of what it did for you.
Yeah, definitely. Like if the leaders say, the people who are successful in this business say you need to go to conference, you need to show up for conference, you need to show up for events, then you basically do what they do. Conference is an eye-opener. Surrounded by people who are successful, and if that's what you want to be, then you need to do what the leaders do. So that's basically why I went. And definitely encourage, conference is not only do you get to get all dressed up and look pretty and hang out with your friends and meet new people. Like, I've met so many people from around the world at conference, and following each other's journey, and I've made friends for life. So it's incredible. Yeah, definitely go to conference. No excuses.
I love that.
You either need to be at a wedding or in a hospital to miss a conference.
And I love that, and actually that rings so true. How have you found the mentorship that you've received and stuff? Have you found everything to be quite, in the sense, what I'm saying is, have you found it to be quite duplicatable? It's something where you've obviously managed to duplicate that to your team from the mentorship that you've had, because obviously there's so much that you say that I feel I've heard before, just in a little bit of a different way, from Kira and Adam and Linda and all these amazing other leaders and mentors that you have. Is that something that, has massively inspired you? You've just kind of seen these people and gone, you know what, why not me?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, really, it's seriously just simple. Just do what they do until you do what they, have done before us. And, it's not like it's, go and dig a hole in the ground. You're like, go to conference, get dressed up, hang out with some really cool people and learn.
Yeah, exactly. And I think as well, you have such an incredible attitude towards like just going and doing it. And I think so many people try and use excuses. Like, is that something that, like, in terms of like, you know, your DMO, like when people kind of say, oh, you know, my life is crazy right now, I can't do this, I can't do that, is kind of that something that you'll massively kind of stick by, you know, that all excuses are equal kind of attitude?
Yeah, definitely. You know, everybody has got 15 minutes that I'm sure that they waste flicking through Facebook or on the TV or, you know, anywhere that they waste. So it's entirely up to them, you know, like we all have the same amount of days, hours in the week, and it depends on what you want out of this business. You know, you can come in here and, you know, be a, you know, I say you can be like a sales consultant and just sell juice, sell the product. If you want more, then you need to put more work in. So, and you'll get paid on that. What you see in your bank account is what you get. You know, you'll see how much work you've done that month. So, yeah, definitely.
100%. And so what does a DMO look like for you? And has it changed since day one? You know, now you're an MD, 15 months on. Is your DMO different now to what it was from day one? Or would you say it's pretty similar? You just maybe have kind of cut out the waffle, should we call it?
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely the same. You know, obviously, I think my DMO is the same, but personally, I'm different. Because of all the personal development you get with this business, I definitely include that now. Whereas before, at the beginning, you know, that was all, you know, well, what's this stuff? What's this fancy stuff that all these people are listening to? You know, I wasn't sure about it because I'd never done anything like that before. So that's something that's definitely implicated into my days now. Is my personal development. It's a must. It's incredible. Yeah, and like the more you do and the more you work on yourself, the more your business will grow. That's one thing I've learned. Like you can't say, you know, when I'm successful, I'll be happy. You need to be happy now, and then you know you'll grow and your business will grow also. So yeah, definitely definitely the same DMO every day for me. Yeah.
Awesome. What's the best book you read since you started your business?
Well,
Or maybe your fave?
What's that?
Or maybe your fave?
Well, I'm currently listening to the 5 Second Rule by
Mel Robbins? Yes, I love her.
It's completely changed my life, and
Mm-hmm.
it just goes to show you how little we really do. Really little do we live, like make excuses and procrastinate, and just instead of just making choices and just doing it. It's yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, I love that. That book is my absolute go-to. I absolutely love that book. For me, kind of like what I really would love to know is like in terms of so do you live far from like your leaders and your mentors and stuff? Or so was it something where you were building with them? You know, did you do physical live events with them? Or was it something where you primarily built online and maybe you did your own physical event at home on your own?
Yeah, no, my closest leaders are about 2 hours away.
Okay.
So no, I just started. I'm really lucky. A lot of my team are around my area. I seem to have attracted a lot of my friends to my business and my family, which is really good. And so we've just created our own event just near us and online as well. We do 2 on the Sunshine Coast where we're from in Queensland, and 1 online every week.
Amazing. And your events are more like a presentation style event? Is that the way you lead them?
Yeah, so we start off with our program that we have, and then we go through the product and then business. We launch an event and like launch the business, and then share some business stories.
Awesome. So in terms of kind of like your friends and your family, I just really want to pick up on that because most people say their friends and family are incredibly skeptical skeptical and, you know, are the people that actually support them last. And I can definitely say, not maybe so much for my business, but definitely for my other career, I would definitely say I have felt the wrath of skepticism and still do now, even though I've been pretty successful in that walk of life. And people still have that skeptical outcome. What is it that, I mean, for me, I can kind of completely see why your family and friends. Do you feel like it's, you know, just the energy that you were emanating, or what is it that you feel like was different about you to maybe other people? Were you just so, sorry, can everyone just make sure they're muted, please? Thank you. What is it that you feel like really resonated with these people that really made, you know, wanted to be part of what you were up to?
Well, my very first Tammy, which was my sister Michelle, who's on today, I pretty much said, please, can you join my business? Because that's how I got to SDV in 10 days. And, you know, I've had a few businesses of my own and they haven't worked out. So she was like, what are you up to now? But she trusted me, like she believed in me. And I think that's the other thing with I was just sharing on Facebook my lifestyle and, you know, about the product and the changes in my life and things like that. And people knew where I was, you know, and just slowly watched my journey. And a lot of them just contacted me. You know, they're like, what are you up to? I want to know more about what you're up to. So, yeah, I think just sharing your journey in a positive, inspiring way, then people will be attracted to, you know, what you're doing and reach out to you. So
Awesome. So really just kind of sticking to that whole, you know, being your true authentic self, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you feel like you had that anyway, or do you feel like you have changed a lot since the business and since you really prioritize self-belief and development in your life?
I honestly think I've always had that. Like I've always done little types of businesses. My self-belief, you know, looking back, I think I had it, but you always doubt yourself, you know, you always doubt yourself. And I think, to be honest, looking back, I think it was more fear of being successful than actually failing, you know. Then that's probably what my biggest thing was, and you know, whether I was worth that being successful. You know, who am I to have money, all this, you know, make money and be successful if I didn't go to university, if I'm not you know, didn't, you know, educated like a doctor or whatever, you know, like a lot of these things run through your brain going, you know, am I worthy of this success and what comes to me. But the more personal development you get, and you realize that who am I not to, you know, like it's, why is anyone better than anybody else? Where, you know, and where that's the thing, you're taught to, you know, go to school, get educated, go to university, work 40 hours for the, you know, for 50 years for the rest of your life. And then, you know, at the end of the day, you might be successful, or, you know, these days finishing uni, you might not even get a job in what you want to do. So I think I have always known that I was going to do something. And, you know, I've been trying and failing lots of things, but I think this is it now. I think I've finally found my thing and my passion, and absolutely love what I do. And I don't know why everybody wouldn't want to do what we do.
I know it kind of seems like a no-brainer, right? Sometimes. It's funny because I actually remind my team how I said no for 3 years. I said absolutely no stinking ever am I ever doing that trashy business that you're part of, like all the time. So, and actually I forget myself sometimes that I said a big strong no, you know, for all these years. And you know how we use that phrase of no is next opportunity, or no means not now. And I agree with you. Like I forget that sometimes as well. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Like we're not all like, you know, a lot of people say, oh, I'm not like Tammy, I didn't jump straight in with both feet. Have you maybe, I suppose, have you dealt with quite a lot of that, or have you not really, most people kind of been like quite like you?
No, definitely not. I mean, everybody's different, and that's why I love this business as well. Everybody has their own reasons why they start in this business. Some people, you know, just want an extra couple of $100 a month. Some people just want the community. You know, everybody comes into this business for a different reason. And like our leader Linda says, it's, you know, we love everybody where they're at, and it doesn't matter what your dreams and goals are, whether you just want a few $100s a month, or, you know, $20,000 a month. We'll love and support you no matter where you're at. And yeah, so I mean, I've had girls who've joined up and, you know, haven't really done anything for a year, but then, you know, during that year, I've slowly been feeding them some stuff and feeding some personal development, and, you know, then they start to grow their belief in the business and themselves, and then all of a sudden they're just like, you know, holy crap. I mean, it's got goosebumps thinking of one girl in particular. One of my gorgeous girls, you know, she's an incredible lady, and a young mum of two, and, you know, the changes in her over the last year are the most rewarding thing in the world. You know, like, she's not making a lot of money as yet, but, you know, just the personal changes have just been incredible, and that's the most rewarding part of this now, and that's why I do what I do. It's not about, you know, obviously it's about the money at the end of, you know, but it's more than that, and you can't get that in any other job that I know of.
Yeah, I 100% agree, and I think that is definitely it's definitely the reason why I think so many people stay in it too. You know, the personal development that they get, the growth, and there's so many people that you see come in time and time again that, you know, oh, I've been doing this for 3 months and I've not got anywhere. And I saw a really amazing status the other day that I copied and pasted into we have like a testimonial group, and I copied and pasted in there, and it said, you know, you've probably all heard about how the Colonel from KFC, it was like 60, he was 65 when, you know, the KFC bucket kicked off. So imagine if you just tried every day. And one of my favorite quotes in the world is to just not give up on the bad day. So I completely agree with you, and I think, you know, that growth is sometimes even more powerful than seeing kind of that whole. It's so much more powerful sometimes than seeing that you actually you know, watch people. I'm just trying not to think too much about my team, because you just made me really think of a few people in my team. And I'm on the brink of emotion every day right now, so you just never know what's going to happen. I could laugh and cry all at the same time. So I just completely agree. I'm just going to shut up and say that. What I would like to ask on behalf of everyone, because I know that we had Jo Ross on last week, I'm sure you've heard of, another Aussie chick killing it. She was saying how she uses Facebook in her social media. I would just love to ask you, how is it is there one or two things that you do on Facebook and social media that you feel like it's an absolute necessity to your business, that you feel like maybe other people could help them?
I'm not a huge expert on Facebook, but one thing I do know is consistency. You need to be showing up every day, whether it's, you know, whether it's just, you know, something inspirational, your personal journey, family, food, you know, just something that people, just doing something that people can engage in. I've been telling my girls lately, it's really, really important to know who you want to attract. Basically, we call them our avatar. You need to know who you want to attract, and you need to sort of do your posting around who, you know, the tribe that you want to attract to your business. Another thing you need to do is sort of step back and look at what you're posting, and look to, you know, and see whether you would follow you. You know, whether what I'm posting is, do I even like what I'm posting? Is it inspiring? And think about before you press, you know, post. You know, is that inspiring? There's things on there, you know, you've got to, that's your business page now. So you've got to be really careful what you post on there. That's one thing I've learned. So
I love that. And actually you reminded me, and that just tunes in so well with what I've been trying to teach my girls this weekend, is really having a purpose Sorry, I'm just going to find some light because I feel a bit dodgy when I'm talking and my face is just black. So really having a purpose behind your posts, like don't just post because you haven't posted for 2-3 hours in the day, right? Really have a purpose behind what you're saying so that people can really relate to you and really actually, you know, hear your voice when they speak. And just really, again, linking back to what you said earlier, just really being authentically yourself and really sticking true to you and who you are and what you might believe in, I really think goes such a long way. Sorry, I'm on a really busy road. So I just think, yeah, no, I completely agree with that. And actually taking a step back and looking at your Facebook and going, right, is this something that I would actually follow? Am I someone that's being inspirational right now? You know, or am I just sitting here moaning? I think that's such a really good lesson to take a step back. So I just wanted to repeat that really. Does anyone have any questions before I answer? I know it sounds like I've been asking my questions the whole time. But is there anyone that has any questions? I know we have loads of people on the line, so I just really would love to open it up to everybody. No? No questions? You guys just must love my voice for me to ask her more questions.
I'll ask a question. It's Callie. Hi, Tammy. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us. I really appreciate it. I guess I just want to know, like, what does it actually take in reality to become an NMD? Like, what does it really look like? Like the raw, the real, the effort.
Yeah. Okay. To be NMD, you really have to be consistent, and you do have to make sacrifices. It's not easy, to be honest. My family, the last 15 months has been really tough. Like there's been times where my husband and I have, not seen a lot of each other, and my kids, Monday night training for us. We've got 2 hours training every Monday night, and it's that's dinner time, and so I've had to sacrifice my dinner time with my kids. Then I've got Tuesday night, I've got training. Like a lot of sacrifice and a lot of hard work. To be honest, they know, as long as you let your family know why you're doing this, and you let your kids know this is why Mummy's doing what she's doing. Then they seem to understand, and you just give them extra love when you have time. But consistency, definitely. Waking up every morning knowing with your day set what you need to do. Personal development, lots and lots of personal development, and yeah, just basically what the leaders teach you. But it's definitely, I'm not going to lie, it hasn't been easy. It has, it's like I would do this any day over going and waitressing again, or going to, like, even though I love waitressing and I love helping people and I was actually really good at what I did, it's just, at the end of the day, there's nothing after that. You waitress, and what do you, it's not rewarding. So yeah, I hope that helped. But yeah, it's not an easy ride. It's a lot of work and a lot of sacrifice, but it's definitely worth it, and it does get easier.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think that's a super good question. Anybody else? Questions? Someone's unmuted, so I'm sure someone is like waiting to ask. No? Just me? Is there anything else, Tammy, that you wanted to add? Do you feel like you covered everything that you really wanted to share?
I think so, but just also comparison. You can't compare yourself to others. Everybody's got, everybody comes in here for a different reason. And, you might have a slow start, but you just, as long as you know why you're here, and as long as you're showing up and you're doing the best you can, then that's all that matters. And I had a few other things to say last night, but I can't say now. Yeah, just comparison, really. Just don't compare yourself to others, and everybody comes in here for different reasons, and as long as you have to love what you're doing, like if there's at any stage that you're not loving what you're doing anymore, then maybe you need to step back and reassess everything. But other than that, just, it's a 4-year career, and the only reason you won't be successful in this business is if you give up. So, or never get started, really. So, it is possible. It does work, and just do what the leaders do what they tell us to do, because if you do that, then I promise you, as long as you're consistent, you're doing your DMO. I've got a lot of girls on my team who, have had a slow start, but they've been consistent, been talking to people, and now it's starting to take off. Lynn Thompson, who's on here, I call her middle name is Consistency. She has been an incredible example of this, and I'm so proud of her. Her team's fine. That's Jazzy, who you had on the other week. That's her upline. So
her mum, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Hey, Jazzy's mom.
No, it's her upline. She calls it Mama Bear or something. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Well, still amazing. I absolutely love Jazzy. We decided to do, off the back of that call we did together, we decided to do a monthly call together. I'll make sure you all guys all know about it. But yeah, she absolutely rocks. And definitely. So it's her consistency, day in, day out, that's now given her these juicy mama. Okay, that's now given her this team. You're saying, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. No, I completely agree.
Yeah, and don't give up on a bad day. Like, there's been plenty of days where we're only human. But,
for sure.
Keep doing what we're told to do, or if you need a day off, have a day off and start again the next day. We're only human, so.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it, and I completely agree. And I think everything you just said about, Jazzy's up plan and stuff, and now her team is now ticking off because she's been so consistent. I think I can definitely say the same just for my team alone, and I know that half of them aren't listening. Oh, it's so noisy. Like now, one of my team members is really getting consistency. She's got like a second, third line down, and it's just amazing, like watching that grow because she's had this consistency, for 8 months. And she's day in, day out the most consistent team member I've ever come across. And I completely agree with you. Like, when you see the consistency, like, you literally can turn around to people like, but look, she was consistent and she never gave up, even, through the hardship. So I just think this is just awesome. I'm really sorry, everybody, that we missed the beginning of this recording. But I really hope you all still feel like we managed to hopefully record all the golden nuggets that we got from Tammy. And considering you didn't even sleep last night, I'm surprised really that you're talking. So I'm very impressed. And if I'll give it one last chance. Any questions? No? You sure? You watch. Everyone has questions as soon as we finish.
Can I ask a question? I've started doing the grid plan to follow up with people. What would you say is the best thing to do as follow-ups with people?
Yeah, definitely. I've always used my grid, because if you don't, you just forget, or you have to go through all your messages. So the grid is definitely a no-brainer. As soon as you have someone interested with customers or team, you write their name down, maybe where you how you found them, and a little bit about them and that type of thing. So definitely use the 30. We call it a 30-30 grid. So
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Follow-ups are really important. Like, the follow-ups are the key. So that's one thing we learned at conference, that the amount of people that don't follow up, the statistics were shocking. And that's where they're the key to your success. So make sure you follow up. And when you're starting conversations, it's not just about, hi, I sell Juice Plus. Would you like some Juice Plus? It's, reach out to people and find out how they are, how they're going. And then, if there's a sign that they might need your help, whether it's regarding the product or the business, then, and this doesn't even have to be in the first conversation. It could be over time, after 3 or 4 conversations, you could say, hey, babe, I remember you mentioned you weren't happy with your job. I may have something that you're interested. If I send you some information, will that help? That's all you need to say.
What
Less
do
is more.
you send out for your information? Do you send them a link?
Yeah, definitely. So we have all different types of links. We've got, mummies on a mission, or girls just want to have fun. We've got about 4 different ones for different people, like, to attract. We've got a male one, young girl, young teenagey type ones. Then we've got mama ones. So you sort of, find out the person and then send the link to them. Yeah. So less is definitely more.
Thank you, Tammy.
Let the event do the talking.
I 100% agree. Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I think there's a new system that I literally put in place with our team. Oh my gosh, July maybe. And since then, the team has, grown more than ever. We have more customers, and it comes down to that whole stop waffling on your messages and just literally let the event do the talking. Because then people they relate to other people sometimes more. So I completely agree with you. I think that's such good advice to give. You and all of you. So thank you so much, Tammy, literally from me personally, from behalf of Lauren, from behalf of Team Yellow, from absolutely every single person on this call. We are so grateful that you've taken the time out, and everything must be so crazy exciting for you right now because you just hit NMD, which is just so, so, so amazing. But I know the woman that you are probably thinking, okay, well, now who can I take to NMD in my team with me? Which is just awesome. So we're so grateful, especially when you had no sleep with your little puppy dog keeping you awake all night. So I really hope you rest today in between, being consistent with that DMO that we should talk about. So thank you so much from everybody here, and me personally too, and from Lauren. And thank you guys for coming on.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me, and thanks
Have a really
for supporting me as well.
Thank you. Have a great day.
So welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Ciao, ciao. Bye.
Is that your iPad there?